This is Two Chutneys, the podcast where we don't punch up or down, we just flail sideways in public and call it social commentary. Today's episode: why does the world love underdogs until they stop being one? We say, never judge a book by its cover, but we'll root for the tattered book with dog-eared pages because clearly it suffered. Meanwhile, the hardcover bestseller must be ghost written by privilege. Why does the world root for the underdog? There's a champion, absolutely killing it at what they do. They're disciplined, ruthless, consistent. So naturally, they become the villain. Boxing match? Champion punches the opponent into next week. Crowd boos. Why? He's doing his job, bro. Car crash? Big luxury SUV taps a small hatchback? Boom! The big guy is blamed. No one checks whose brakes actually failed. Size matters, not just in jokes, but apparently in judgment too. We just love the struggler, the scratcher, the smaller guy. Even if the only qualification is being visibly worse off. Some things just scream underdog by default. A poor man scratching his bum next to a fancy building? Instant sympathy. People blame the system, the government. That one minister from 2004, they say, poor guy doesn't even have a private space to scratch. Nobody says, maybe this isn't the best place for ass logistics. That's the thing. We assign nobility to struggle, and assumptions are lovely. They save us the trouble of actual thinking. Manager versus team member. Team member equals underdog. Manager equals dictator with a KPI fetish. Even if the team member's been ghosting deadlines since Diwali, we'll still root for them because we've all been there, PowerPointing for our lives. So now, anyone with a senior role, formal shoe and a Starbucks cup at 11 a.m. is instantly the oppressor, even if they're crying on the inside. Picture this: two people fighting on the street. One is blind, one isn't. Everyone sides with the blind guy, even if we later find out he's richer than Ambani and has 3 crypto startups. Because disability trumps well on the moral scope. Even if he has more power, money, influence, if he looks like an underdog, he stays the hero. It's like morality runs on an algorithm built in 2003. Confidence is criminal in India. You say, I'm doing great. People look at you like you just slapped their grandmother. Our national emotional setting is chal raha hai. You're allowed to say, it's tough. Surviving, yeah. Life is a mess. But say, I'm thriving. And suddenly, you're a villain with biceps. So now, everyone pretends to be low profile. Even when they're hiding six-pack abs under a torn banyan. Humility isn't honesty, it's strategy. Then, there's the messiah complex. People who love helping underdogs. Why? Not for the underdog, for their own self-worth. Helping is just emotional cardio. Look at me, lifting others with my compassion curls. You see someone with struggle filter on, and boom, you're Mahatma Gandhi with Wi-Fi. But what if the underdog doesn't want help? What if they're just better than you and quieter about it? Some people are just underdogging for aesthetic reasons. Let's talk food. Someone says they like fine dining. Suddenly, everyone else becomes rooted like a 200-year-old tree. Oh, I only eat street food, bro. Fancy places aren't for me. Fake modesty has better PR than real taste. Except in one place, Starbucks. If you drink cappuccino, you're an elitist with foam where your soul should be. But if you drink cutting chai at Dabri, you're a poet, a survivor, a warrior of the wage gap. Nobody respects frothy coffee because froth equals fake feelings. And honestly, cappuccino is just espresso that went to therapy but still cries in the shower. We all cheer for the underdog until they win. Then the world asks, why didn't you share the success? I supported you. I liked your Instagram post. Because truth is, people don't love the underdog. They love owning the idea of the underdog. The moment you stop playing the part, you're not lovable anymore. You're a threat, and the underdog learns. Sometimes, the biggest villain is success. Thanks for listening. Stay small, stay struggling, stay marketable. Questions were asked, none answered.